Welcome back to Wash Talk, everyone, the Car Wash podcast. I'm your host, Rich DiPaolo, and joining me today, we have Kelly Maria, Vice President of Chemical and Service Operations, and Larry Azevedo, Operations Manager for Mark 7 Equipment. Great to see you, Kelly and Larry.
Thank you, Rich.
Here. Thanks for having us.
Not a problem. Yeah, we are actually, as we record this, we're on the precipice of the big car wash show happening in Nashville. And I don't have to tell you both that there's all different levels of experience in car wash operators out there, going from people who have been doing this for decades to people who have been doing this for days. So wanted to get you both on the program to discuss some of the basics in car wash chemistry today. So what are some of the most common and fundamental car wash chemicals? And if you can, what are their importance during the car wash process?
So I think the most important in the start of the wash process or the application of chemistry is cleaning a car. If you don't clean the vehicle with the right pre-soaks or shampoos, you're not going to be able to produce a clean, dry, shiny vehicle, which is what we all achieve to do. So, Larry, I don't know if you want to add anything about specific products or not.
Well, we'll be talking about protectants later, and we need that clean surface in order for those protectants to bond correctly. And so, like we said, it does start with clean, and, it seems simple, but it is crucial.
All sorts of different pH requirements depending on what type of wash you're running. Water obviously plays a very important part. So there's more to car wash chemistry that meets the eye. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to grab you both for this episode. So can you please explain the role of surfactants in car wash detergents and their importance in loosening up dirt and grime from a vehicle surface?
So surfactants, simple terms, they flatten the water molecule. It allows the cleaners to spread over the vehicle, cover more surface area, especially important, just like you mentioned with pre-soaks. If you're trying to clean touch-free, we need good coverage. You're not relying on those brushes or foam material to clean the vehicle. So it's very, very important to make sure that the soap reaches every corner it can to get a clean wash. And then, of course, if you are dealing with a friction wash or a soft touch wash, we call it nowadays. I know friction kind of had a bad connotation back in the day. But, of course, years and years now, we've had more technology come into play with the foam materials, very lightweight. It just needs lubricity. And I know I'm getting off subject here of surfactant, but still, it's important to make sure those things are in play.
And I just want to add, and it kind of goes to probably the original question, is that, there's touch-free cleaning and there's soft touch cleaning with the brushes. So both very different in how we clean the car and clean the vehicle. And touch-free, it's really the chemistry and the high pressure of water that's going to clean it, where with the brushes, they're really doing the bulk of the cleaning along with the shampoo or detergents. Now, we happen to use an alkaline-based shampoo, so it actually cleans better than just a regular detergent. We have regular detergent products too, but we always go for what we can do the best. So I think each operator needs to ensure that they're getting that clean before they're going to get the dry and the shiny. Because if you're not clean, you're not going to dry well, and then the protectants are not going to work well.
And to add to that, there has to be a balance there, and products that have really heavy surfactants are going to be harder to rinse and eventually dry. So that comes into play as well. You have to have that balance.
I think the last thing is a geography. You can't clean the same in every area that you can. So for instance, Larry and I are in California, but you're not going to clean this, which is very tough cleaning conditions here, but you're going to have different cleaning conditions in Florida. So you have to make sure that you have the right products for your operators based on geography as well. and understand what happens in those markets from a cleaning perspective.
There's so many variables that go into loosening dirt and grime. You know, I mentioned one with water quality, temperature, certainly another one.
Yeah.
pH is one. I've also heard, chemical companies will have synergies amongst their products to work better together. So there's so many things that go into lifting dirt or loosening dirt and grime from a vehicle surface. So when the customer comes into the wash, or the customer is understanding, they might see something like a wax or protectant treatment, right? What are these products typically made of, and how do they enhance the appearance and longevity of a car's finish?
I'm sorry, this is specific to protectants?
Yeah.
Yes. Waxes when we talk about waxes and protectants, as the customers understand them, what really goes into these products?
So everything nowadays is polymer based. Used to be where they had almost like these platelets actually lay down on the vehicle. That's not the case anymore. Those are the old sealer wax type products, the ones that smeared, greased, and everybody's afraid of. But nowadays, polymer based, chemical bond is what's there. The vehicle's a negative charge. The protectants are positive. So there's that bonding process there. Multiple applications is good. It actually doesn't build up. It just fills in the spots it didn't last time, and then just makes that vehicle look better, protects it more. Still not going to replace detailing, those type of products, but these are all maintenance products that we're talking about that are adding to the vehicle surface, and trying to keep that vehicle looking nice.
And you want to make sure too, when you're, operators are researching, that they're testing these products, and not all products are created equal. There's a lot of products out there now that there's market trends, if you will, for products, but just making sure that you've got the right product and it's performing well before you commit to something.
Talking about not all products are created equal, Kelly, there's things in the market called high-performing specialty chemicals. So what would be classified as a specialty chemical in the market, and how can operators best market and offer these upsell opportunities?
So for specific to Mark 7, ceramic was, I'd say, a few years back, that was the new product that came out, and then everyone had it. We don't have a ceramic product because we have a product that was originally formulated in Germany, and our product we felt was superior to the ceramic. So that type of product, for our product is actually called Shine Tex, but it actually fills in the micro scratches that you really can't see with the naked eye. It fills those in, because if you have a lot of small scratches, the light doesn't reflect off, and then you won't get the shine that you want from the vehicle. So this particular product fills in that to give it the shine. And then graphene is another new product. Not new, Detail's been using it for years and years, but newer to the rollover environment and the tunnel environment. A great product. It's the best product I have seen in many, many years. So that product actually bonds and puts a hardener on the vehicle, and the reflection, the shine, what you see from the graphene type product is amazing to me, being in the years in the industry. It's really an amazing product. So, but again, they're not all created equal. Everything's put together differently. So, the operator really needs to do their due diligence and make sure they're finding that product that really works and pops for them when they do the testing with the operator. With their service provider.
When it comes to marketing and selling these items, is it let the shine speak for itself, or should they be including this terminology on menus or around the car wash? Do customers even care? Do they only care about the clean, dry, and shiny at the end?
I think it starts with the purchase, the point of purchase. It starts with the menu, and we need to be creative with the menu. You want to sell the top wash. You want to sell everything, because that's where they're going to get the best clean, dry, shiny. So it's difficult. You need to have some call outs that say we got a new product and what it is. And then once they go through the wash process, they should it speaks for itself if the product's doing what it should be doing. Larry, I don't know if you want to add to that.
Well, I agree with that. And then you do have operators that want to make their own brand, make their own name possible for these protectants. And again, it's just a matter of a call to action and then explaining what these products do. And that's going to get them to buy it once, hopefully then try it again and again after that. And the way these protectants are going nowadays, and we talked about our graphene product, you do see an immediate impact, whereas before it would take a couple of applications to see a difference. Nowadays, just the way things are, it's just you're seeing that immediate result, which gives that satisfaction right to the customer right then and there, and qualifies the purchase of that, and they see the value in upselling or getting that top wash.
All right, understood. So obviously chemists have a lot on their mind when they're developing these products, balancing cost factors, also environmental considerations, and the overall effectiveness or performance of these products is also another consideration. So how do your chemists at Mark 7 balance all these factors when it comes to cost and the effectiveness of the product and the safety of the environment? How are chemists doing that in the industry these days?
I think when you think about chemistry and developing a product, you're developing, again, coming back to clean, the original question. If you're not clean, you've got to clean. So the cost is what the cost is, because you must clean. For the other products, and I'm going to go to the other side of it with the graphene product. It's an expensive product, but it performs. It really gives you the results. I'm telling you, the results is almost like a hand type wax that you're getting. So it may cost more to make, but then you could get more money for it. You could charge more for it. And the consumer, once they see it on their card, they're going to appreciate it, and they're going to be willing to pay for it.
I also think any reputable chemical company out there is going to be a good steward of the environment, like you mentioned about keeping that in mind as well. Of course, the harsher chemicals nowadays, you don't see those as you did years ago. People are being a little bit more aware of what's going on. We're trying to make sure, of course, the personnel, the people aren't going to get hurt in the process, of cleaning, if it's, an express tunnel or something like that type of stuff. So, all that's being considered and balanced out. And like Kelly said, I mean, you're going to pay a little extra for the things that are going to be a better product. I always say, you get what you pay for. I think it rings true.
Yeah, it's a fair point. So just one more question for you both, and we'll get you out of here for today. But, in addition to graphene, are there other standout chemical offerings in the market today that you're noticing? And when you look ahead to the next decade or so, are there any new groundbreaking technologies that are really on the precipice of being introduced to the market?
I'm not aware of any right now. I do know there's always work being done to better the cleaning and touch-free cleaning. And then what's the next best thing that we could come up with? Because graphene was really something. And so what could we do next? What could be the next thing? So chemists are always working on what can we bring to the market?
Yeah, I think it's going to be, again, I'm just guessing, but either another type of protectant product. I mean, we've seen that shift now where the consumer is more educated. It's not to show, to please them. We're looking for something that's going to maintain that vehicle. Like I said before, maybe something along the lines of trying to get a quicker dry on a vehicle. But anything like that that's going to really show that shine on the car, gives that customer that, new car feel. That's always what we're going for out there. And I think that's what we're going to see again and again.
All right. Well, we'll be on the lookout here at carwash.com for those new innovations. And I thank you both, Larry and Kelly, for taking some time to sit with me today and discuss some of these innovations and chemical offerings in the car wash market.
Great. Thanks, Rich. Appreciate the time.